there, Film Geek fans, and welcome to another installment of
Hey, what happened
to this movie. Today I'm talking about the 1999 film, Teaching Miss Tingle.
How can I help you this morning, Mrs. Tingle?
Summer school starts in 3 weeks. Did you receive my request regarding those necessary research materials?
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about that. It appears to be a matter of budget. I was thinking...
No, don't do that, Mr. Potter. We so prefer that whistling wind effect you have on us. Now, I requested those materials some time ago.
We don't have the money.
Mr. Potter, I'm sure if you take another look at that nasty budget, ingenuity will abound.
Teaching Miss Tingle is written and directed by Kevin Williamson, and it's starring Dame Helen Mirren and Katie Holmes. A high school student will stop at nothing to be valedictorian, even if that means she has to kill the teacher that stands in her way. Kevin Williamson chose Dame Helen Mirren because she was a very unlikely person to play the role of Mrs. Tingle, a hateful, mean history teacher that would rather see her students fail than succeed. Mirren agreed with Williamson and said, "This is not the sort of film that I'm usually associated with, so I was thrilled that Kevin would think of me for this role." Impressed with Williamson's mix of comedy, thrills, and psychological savvy in the script, Mirren saw the story of Mrs. Tingle as being the most frightening and very real adolescent rite of passage facing the future. Teaching Miss Tingle was released August 20th, 1999, and it grossed $8.9 million on a $13 million budget, making the film a pretty good-sized financial flop. Critics also ripped this movie to shreds, and it's currently sitting on Rotten Tomato at a 19%. So now, let me answer the question of
Hey, what happened
to this movie. First off, this film was actually supposed to be released before August 20th, 1999. Now, I couldn't get a solid date on when this was supposed to happen. However, the movie was pushed to August 20th, 1999 because of the Columbine shooting in April of 1999. And once that happened, the media exploded with blaming violent video games, violent music, and violent teenage movies as the culprit for the shooting. Now, this movie does have teenage violence, as stated. 3 students kidnap a teacher and torture her into submission, you might say. So, needless to say, the critics ate this movie to pieces. Now, I am not certain if the controversy of the film and its subject matter and the shooting at Columbine led to the critics beating this movie to death. I don't know for certain, but let's just say a lot of controversy and bad ratings doesn't help a film at all. Now, even though Teaching Miss Tingle is a dark comedy that spoofs things such as teenage anxiety and the fear of facing the future and the roadblocks that may stand in our way, and it also shows that the older generation's unwillingness to accept change and allow the next generation to move on. Even this movie was more a spoof of those types of things and a kind of turn society on its ear type of movie. Critics didn't see it that way, and like I said, they hated this movie and really didn't mind saying anything about it. Now, sadly, Williamson never directed a film again after this movie was released, but if you're a horror fan, you might recognize the name Kevin Williamson because he's directed some pretty big horror classics. Scream, The Faculty, I Know What You Did Last Summer. He's also the creator of 2 pretty good-sized TV shows. One, the teen drama Dawson's Creek, I'm sure you've heard of it, and the other, another, I think, lesser known but still popular teen drama. I think it was a teen drama, I don't know, I didn't watch it, but he also created The Vampire Diaries. So what I'm saying is, don't worry about Kevin, he did alright. So if you're curious and you would like to check out Teaching Miss Tingle, well, you can currently find it for rent on YouTube, Vudu, Google Movies, and Amazon Prime. Okay guys, that brings us to the end of another Film Geek video. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's another thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.